Y'all, with just a few sheets of paper, we are going to transform this composition book. I'm going to show you the simplest way ever to create folders for your composition book. Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Y'all, stay tuned. Welcome to my channel, friends. Thank you so much for being here today. I truly appreciate it. We are going to take this plain composition book and we're going to work some magic with it. And now is the perfect time to get composition books at a discounted price because they're out there for back to school. So go ahead and stock up because you'll definitely want to do this project either for your craft fair, your friends and family, or yourself. And before we jump into this, just a reminder, I have 2 new craft bashes coming up in September. So I will have that video linked in the description box, but it's available on my website now. Head on out there and grab a ticket. But now I'm going to flip to my overhead camera so that I can show you one of the easiest ways to give this a classy look, but still keep it functional. So y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. All right, so here is the composition book we're going to be using. It's just your standard composition book that you can find in so many different places right now. This one has 80 sheets and it's wide ruled. Whether you're using a wide ruled book or a college ruled book, it doesn't matter because this is a process video and it's going to show you how to transform even the smallest of composition books into something really cute. And what am I talking about? Y'all, I'm talking about this. Black and white, I stayed with that color scheme, but I think that this is more appealing to my eye than this. I think that if I went into a meeting, I would rather have this versus just this. If I'm sitting in class taking notes, I would want to take my notes in this versus this. There's nothing wrong with this. You don't have to decorate them if you don't want to, but we just have a plain composition book. And y'all, just a little heads up. Whenever I make over a composition book, I don't do anything to the inside covers because usually there is something on here that's useful. We don't necessarily need a class schedule, but you can very easily cover the schedule portion. And then here in the back, there is always useful information that sometimes we don't remember because we haven't used it in a while. There's a lot of useful information in the back that I find helpful. So we have this plain composition book. And this is what I did to it. I added a simple, beautiful black and white houndstooth paper cover to the front. And then I just used the simplest of embellishments. Those of you who've watched me for a while, you know that I am a very clean and simple crafter. I like that minimalist look, and I think that black and white is a very classy combination. So I have black white with a pop of gold. But what I'm going to be doing is a process video to show you how to cover the front and the back, but mainly I want to show you how to add folders to your composition books in the easiest method possible. So we have this folder here, then I have a second folder here, and then we have a third folder here. Now I did decide to stay with black and white throughout because I think it's really, really classy, and then I just popped in a few cut aparts because I thought they added something to this particular notebook. Y'all, I absolutely love how this turned out. I think that you will too. So here's what you're going to need. So I do have my composition book and I have 5 sheets of black and white striped paper, 12 by 12. And then I have 2 sheets of this houndstooth paper. Now the houndstooth paper is from Hobby Lobby. And if you're looking it up, look it up by this ID code on the Hobby Lobby website if you want to order it. It is 2465128. And then this paper is from Scrapbook Customs. The item number for it is 466193744. That is 466193744. Now, I bought this paper a while back. I was looking for the production date, but I don't see it on here. They might still have it in stock, I don't know, but you can go with any color combination that you want. And for the outside jacket, you can even get away with using 2 pieces of 8.5 by 11. But for the inserts, I will be using 12 by 12. I'm going to bring in my composition book so that we can measure. And this is 7. So I am going to reduce my cover sheet to 7 1/4. And this is 9 3/4. So I am going to do my cuts for the cover in the back at 7 1/4 by 9 3/4. So I'm going to cut these separately just to make sure I get them even. So 7 1/4 by 9 3/4. And we'll have 2 of these. Now we'll do this part first, and then we'll go back and we'll do the inserts. So we have our 2 cover pieces that are 7 1/4 by 9 3/4. So I am going to take my tape and I'm going to add tape to the back of this. Now when I bought this paper, it was 40% off, so I think I paid $1.19 per sheet for this particular paper. It is considered their specialty paper, and it is a heavier paper with a treatment on the front. So you don't have to use this paper to get a nice classic black and white look. So I'm going to go ahead and finish taping both pieces, and y'all, I'll be right back. And now I'm just peeling away my tape backers. And this is the last one. I've already peeled away the backers from the back sheet. I am going to bring in my composition book. And we're going to take this piece, and all I'm going to do, y'all, is I'm going to try to line it up with the bottom edge and the side, like that. Then I need to bring in my scissors, and I can see that I have just a little bit of overhang here. I am going to trim that overhang, and then I'm going to go ahead and just round my corners to follow the shape of the composition book. This really is a very easy process. The bottom is pretty even, but I'll just round that to get rid of that little bit of overhang. That's right there. And just like that, y'all, we have covered the front, and I think that it looks pretty good. I am going to take my piece, and we are going to do the same thing with the back. So I'm just going to line it up here on the side and line it at the bottom and place it down. Now on this one, I have more of the black showing, and I think that I like that better. So if you want more of the black showing, just reduce the size of this by 1/4 inch. So there is our nice little book. So now I'm going to bring in my 3 12 by 12s, and I am going to make sure that I cut these down to 12. So I'll be removing the information bar from all 3. And then I'm going to score. So I want to have my stripes going in this direction. So my first score is going to be at 7. And then if I want to get this look, I'm going to turn it once counterclockwise and score. Then on my second one, again, I'm going to score at 7. But if I want to get this look with this little flappy part here, I'm going to take it and turn it clockwise once and score at 2.5. So I'm going to score at 7. I want that full page look. So I'm going to take it and turn it once counterclockwise and score at 2.5. Now you might have to go back and watch this part of the video again, depending on the type of folder that you want for yours. So I'm just going to take this, fold and burnish all of my scores. Y'all, this is like the easiest folder building process ever. And not only are we adding folders, but we're also taking a single composition book and turning it into a 3-subject composition book. So that'll be great for the kiddos too, or even for you. So now I'm going to take this and I'm just going to fold it. And where the score mark is, I'm just going to angle in to get this. And I'll do this with all of these. So we're doing it at the pocket point. So I am just cutting in and we get this. Fold the long way and cut in to get this. So now we have our 3 folders. I am going to take my glue, place some glue on this end, and place some glue over here on all 3 of these. Y'all, this is so easy peasy. And if you know someone who likes to take notes or make lists, these are great gifts to give. So let's just go ahead and put that glue there. Glue right here and fold up. So now we can fold this like that. This is what I mean by the full page. I have 2 full page folders and 1 that folds like this. So here are our 3 folders. We will bring in our notebook, and how you put your folders in is completely up to you. But I like to add a folder right here at the beginning. So because this is going to go in this way, I only need to add tape or adhesive to the half size here. Let's add our tape, and I'm not putting the tape on the fold. You can see the fold is right there. I've added the tape inside of the fold because we don't want it hitting the fold of the notebook. So I'm just going to put 3 strips of tape on here. You can add more if you like. So I'm going to take my second full page folder, and again we add the adhesive to this part. So I'm going to take just a little bit of tape and put my tape right here. Go ahead and just open this, trim away the tape. We'll add a piece of tape right here. So now we have the 2 full front folders ready to be inserted. Now here's that half folder. So it'll go in like this, which means that we need to apply the tape to the widest part. So again, I'm going to place my tape, but I will not be placing it on the fold. We're going close to the fold. And this time I'll use 4 pieces of tape. Now let's just put that down. And so now we can put these in our book. And here is the easiest way ever to insert these into a notebook. So we're going to take this and we're going to put it right along here. We are not going to tuck it into the corner there. So I'm going to peel away just 1 strip of my tape so that I can maintain control of how I place this. And when I place it, I'm going to place it along the edge, but you can see that I did not put it down in the spine area. Now we have our folder in, but we need to make sure that we stick it all the way. So I am just going to peel away this piece of tape and smooth that out. Let's peel away this piece of tape, and this is where I had some hanging over. So you can just take your finger and roll that tape backwards. Now I can take this piece and just fold it over. That, my friends, is very easy. So I am just going to take this and look at it like this so that I can section where I want to place my second folder. My second folder that I want to place is going to be this one. Now for this one, I am going to take it and tuck it. So, and I can tuck it in here because we didn't place tape all the way on the edge. So I removed that one strip, and we're going to follow the same process that we just did. So let's just take it, put it in, and place it down like that. Now we just peel away our backers one by one because we want to maintain control, and we get it stuck. Y'all, seriously, it does not get any easier than what we're doing here. And we're going to end up with a very classy composition book. So there is our second folder. You can see how the book still opens flat. Now I'm going to take it again and just look at it from this end. And I'm going to find my little separation point. I'm not counting pages. I am just eyeballing where I want to place it. So let's go ahead and peel away this tape backer. We'll take it, and I am going to put it all the way in like this. And now I can place it down. And now, just like with the others, we peel away that backer and we smooth that piece. Let's peel away that backer and smooth that piece. And now we've added folders and sections to our notebook. I love how this turned out. I think that no matter what paper you use, you are going to love this. So now all that's left to do is to decorate. So I'm going to bring in some scrap paper and some cut aparts, and we're going to do some very quick decorating here. So all I'm going to do first is really just start separating some of these cut aparts. And for those of you who are new to paper crafting, this is a cut apart page. So we have a whole bunch of different graphics that I am cutting apart to use on our project. And I am going to keep this very simple, pretty much following what I did on the other one. I'm not going to do too much of a variation. So I have some white paper and some black paper, and I am just going to, for the front, do exactly what I did with the other one because I like this look. So I'm just putting this down on a white border. I'll trim this, and I'm not giving border measurements because the pieces that you're working with will probably be slightly different. So you can add as wide or as narrow of a border as you like. This is just giving you some decorative ideas. So I'm adding my tape. I'm going to take this and put it on the black because I want it to pop just a little bit on my jacket. We're going to trim out here and trim here. And then I'm going to add tape to this piece because I want it to stay stuck to the jacket. And so let's just put this on the front here, like that. Then on the inside, it really is up to you how you want to do this, but I think I'm going to take this one that says life is beautiful, and I do have a nice white border that I can put around it. Not as wide as I want it, but I want to use my scrap paper. So that is what I'm doing. I'm going to make this border work for me. And you all can see how easy this is. It's very quick. So I'm just going to take this and put it down like this. Then I'm just going to take my scissors and trim a border. I could have put it in my trimmer, but I just decided I would free cut this. So again, I'm going to add some tape. My paper has a little coating on it, so I'm definitely better off adding just a little bit of tape before I put it on this paper that has a little coating on it. Peel away. And we're going to put that right there. I think that is gorgeous. Then on this piece, we're going to go with Find Your Happy Place. Cut that off. Add some tape. Going to mount this to a piece of scrap black that I have. Just like that. We are going to add some tape. And this time I think I'm going to put it right there. And then for the last piece, I'm going to take this yay. We're going to add some tape, mount it to some black, and then put it in our book. So I'm just going to cut this out. And cut this out. Take my tape, put my tape here. Let's peel away that backer. And I almost put it in upside down. And I am going to put it right there. And now, my friends, we have a second beautiful notebook. I think what I am going to do, because I do want just a little wider band here, I think I'm going to take some of this border strip and put it right here. So I am going to bring in my tape. This is just me being me. And I am going to take this and we're going to put it on this piece. And then I'll peel away the tape backer and we're going to put it right here. Like that. And now that adds another nice little decorative touch to this very elegant book. You can even add something to the back here. I'm going to leave the back blank, but I do want to bring these in because, y'all, we have two beautiful, classy composition books. They don't get any classier than this, and I know yours are going to be just as classy. Easy peasy process that we did. We simply used some paper to create these wonderful little folders, and then using the easiest insert method ever, we put them in our book. So now we have these awesome folders in our composition book. Very simple way to do a quick makeover or a quick add to a composition book. Very cute way of being able to hold on to some things that you might need to tuck away while you are making a note or planning a party, planning an event. But don't you just love the simplicity of it? We don't have to go overboard. This was very simple. We took a few pieces of paper, a composition book, a cut apart page, and we turned it into something that is not only gift worthy, but sellable. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this fun, quick, and easy way that we can take a plain composition book and turn it into this. If you have enjoyed this video, and I certainly hope that you have, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, all day, every day, this is what we do, and this is how we do it, and I would love to have you subscribe. So hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the notification bell so that you'll know when I upload a new video. As always, my beautiful crafty friends, please be safe, be kind, and be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.